Hello, myself Shashi Parikh, and today I'll be starting the presentation for Group 23. We have made a ManageX app which basically handles all the restaurant related operations for a small business. Let's say, for example, the operations like employee management, POS management, and time register for the employees. So I'll start with launching the ManageX app. So when I click on it, you can see the splash screen with the logo for 3 seconds, and after that we'll be directed to the sign in page. So if you have not signed in, you can make an account using the sign up link. So here you can name your restaurant, let's say Pizza Hub, and you can write your email, pizzahub@gmail.com, and also here the password. Okay, the email has been already in use, so I'll just write one here. So Pizza Hub 1, and over here 4, pizza 1 2 3 4 5. So yeah, once I sign up, you can see the alert that the account has been created, and I can go back to the sign in page. So I'll go back and I'll sign in using the same email. And the same password. So as you can see, after sign in, I can see the POS page and everything. But for right now, I'll sign in using the already existing account. So I'll sign in using my account. So once I sign in, I can see the POS page. But right now, I'll go back to the manager portal. So for the manager portal, you have to enter the email and password using which you made this account. So I'll enter my password here. So this is the manager login. So after login, the manager can see the manage POS, manage employee, and the settings tab, which a manager should basically handle. So first of all, the manager can design the POS the way he wants. So when you click on the manage POS button, you can see the food sections which are already existing in the POS. So when I click on the add food section, you can, let's say I give the name ABC and I add it. So you can see here that the ABC section has been made, and when I click on the ABC, you can add the food items you want in that section. Let's say I add an item with the name PQR, and I name it and I give the price for $15. So once I add it and go back, you can see here that the PQR food item has been added to the food section ABC. So when I go back, you can see here you can basically handle any of the food section, and you can add or delete any of the food items from a particular food section. So when I go back here to the POS, you can see the ABC has been added and also needs to be refreshed. So when I click on ABC, you can see the PQR food item has been added. I'll come back to the POS later. Right now, I'll just log in again here to the ManageX manager portal. So I'll enter the password. So when I log in here, next up thing we're going to see is the manage employee. So when I click on the manage employee, you can see the already existing employee list here. So you can either edit any of the one. Let's say for Kern from chef, if I want him to be the head chef in future. So yeah, and when I save this changes, and now when I click on Kern, you can see here that the position of Kern has been changed to the head chef. So when I want to add an employee, I'll click on the add employee button, and let's say I'm employing an employee named Smith, and I give him the ID of 53, and I give him the role of a cleaner. And when I save it, you can see the alert that the employee has been added. So when I go back and see here, you can see the employee named Smith has been added. So yeah, next up when I go back, and I'll show you the settings page. So on the settings page, you can see the restaurant details. So the restaurant name and the email are non-editable fields. Apart from that, you can edit the restaurant address. Let's say it's a small restaurant, so they want to change the address or phone number or the timings of the restaurant, they can change using this page. So once they edit anything, they can click on save, and then it's changed to the edited text. So next up, I'll just log out from the manager portal, and I'll go to the time register. So for the time register, you can enter your ID, and you can register your clock in, clock out time. For example, let's say an employee just started the work. He'll go here to this page, he'll enter his ID. Let's say we just made an employee Smith, right? His ID was 53. So when I clock in with the ID 53, you can see here in the page that it says welcome Smith. It fetches the name from the database. My friend Om will be showing the databases. So yeah, so when I click on clock in, my time starts. So let's say right now I'll just make him clocked in. I'll show you the clock out after showing the POS. So I'll just go back, and yeah, you can see here the POS. So these are the food section that has been already made, and few of the food items I've added to each of the section. This is the section we just made, and the PQR item. So I'll just click on the add to cart, and also let's say XYZ item, pani puri, and from appetizer, let's say one kebab. So you can see here that my view cart has 4 items. So yeah, so when I see here, you can see that 2 kebabs has been added one pani puri, XYZ, and QR. So this is my card, and my total is $67. So when I click on checkout, I have not further added the cash and debit and everything. So just for right now, when I click on checkout, my card will be empty and the payment would have been done. And that was my POS part. So basically, that was all my app. So now when I go back to time register and enter the 53, which is the ID of Smith, and I clock in, and now I can't click on clock in because I've already clocked in before few minutes. So the only thing I can do is clock out. So let's say when I clock out, so you can see the clock in time, clock out time, and the duration of my shift. So that was all. Each of this data has been stored in database. My friend Om will be explaining the same thing. So that was all my part. That was the demo for the ManageX. Thank you.
Walk you through the employee management for this application. So here you can see the employee.swift. It's a data model. So I have defined a structure for an employee that conforms to identifiable and the codable protocols. So each employee has an ID, name, and a specific role for the department. And let's move towards our employee detail view. So from here you can see that employee details can be easily viewable with the name, specific name, and roles. And we can also see the navigation title on our employee detail. And for the next one, I'll walk you through with our employee manager file. And in this one, you can see that it will perform some of the key functions such as save employees, load employees, and clear employees. So for save employees, it will eventually save details of the employees, such as what we have shown in our data model of employee. And in load, it will load it when we request the information from the server. And for clear employee, it will basically clear the employee data on whenever we log out from our application. And let me walk you through our edit employee view. So in this edit employee view, we can able to edit our employee within a form, with kind of a form way. And you can see that in this we can able to do some kind of changes while changing our name, role, and different kind of things. So yes, so we can even eventually it allows us to edit in a form layout and by capturing all input fields. So yeah, thanks for watching this video.
Hello Professor. So in this video I'm gonna be explaining you the backend of our ManageX project. Karn just now showed you the code part. So specifically how we structured the data using Firebase. So starting from the top, our Firestore database is organized into multiple main collections. So there are main collections, there are folders, each one represent different kind of data in the app. So the key collection, we use our users for storing the admin or restaurant's owner information. For also we have 3 fields in that. It is email, role, and UID. So you can add the role according to the role of the employees. So if a manager is an employee, we can just if an employee is a manager, we can just add a field in which we'll just specify that this person is a manager. After that, we have a main database, which is our employees, which contains all the staff members with their unique IDs. Through that, they can also access to the clock out system. So all the staff members hired by a particular admin showed here. Okay, so after moving forward, we have food sections. In this, where menu items are categorized by sections. As you can see over here, this is the items and this is the sections. No, this is the section and this is the items. What it used to have. What will it used to have? For example, this is ice cream, but the section is dessert. Here it's chart, and these two are the items. Okay, so this is the basically how our food sections database is monitored. Okay, so if we move forward to our time logs for managing employee attendance through their IDs, staff timings, and generating payroll data. So typically the restaurant owners, the document ID you see in their user ID, okay, is generated by the Firebase authenticated, and we can also give it to by ourselves as well. So email is to identify the person, and in this we have stored the time management, where the when you clock in and clock out, the time will be stored in the database through their IDs. Okay, so we'll also use the Firestore real-time database to upload that means if a restaurant owner updates a menu item or employee clock in or anything an owner wants to update in an application, for example adding an employee or doing or changing the POS, it would be a no time for the updating. So there will be a real time. So this is all about our database and everything of the backend application. Thank you so much, sir. That's a wrap for our whole project. Thank you.